The following segment is sponsored by Movement Solutions.
Well, a strong body is a body that can stay active longer, and strength conditioning is a big part of preventing injuries. Timothy Varghese, physical therapist and founder of Movement Solutions, is with us today. Welcome, Tim.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. In your years as a physical therapist, you've worked in a variety of different settings, hospitals, outpatient clinics, but you realized you were getting the best result for active people in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and that's why you founded and created Movement Solutions, right?
That's correct, Margaret.
You founded it in 2017, wanting to provide a higher standard of care and an alternative for active adults. Tell us about that a little bit.
So realize there's a lot of people out there who have hobbies like hiking and cycling and lifting weights, and they're dealing with some sort of injury and they're wanting to get back into those type of things, and they need some specialized care to be able to do that. So we created Movement Solutions to help the active population that's getting a little bit older, but they realize they still want a lot out of their bodies. They want to be able to do all their hobbies, they want to be able to take care of their grandchildren, and that's predominantly who we care for.
Your facility is located at 117 Haywood Road inside the Alliance Champions Training Center. And I know you see a lot of different patients experiencing pain. We covered neck and shoulder injuries last time. What are the most common areas for pain? Are those the most?
Neck and shoulder is one of them. Back pain is very common. Knee pain is very common. Those are probably the most common injuries that we see at our office.
All right. This time we are assessing strength. Last time it was mobility, and you wanted me to sit on this side of the table.
Yep. So last time we talked about mobility as it relates to neck and shoulder pain. And oftentimes we're missing mobility in a couple areas. Last time we talked about how we can miss mobility in the upper back or the thoracic spine, and how we can miss mobility in being able to put our arms up overhead. Now oftentimes people complain about being tense and stiff and tight, but what's driving that is weakness in some key muscles, particularly the rotator cuff muscle group, and then there's another muscle group called the latissimus dorsi. We just call them LATs for short. Those two muscle groups tend to be weak when you have neck and shoulder type of problems.
Gotcha.
So today we're going to go through some simple tests that we do at our office to see if you have strength in those key areas.
All right.
So the first one is a rotator cuff muscle test. What I want you to do, Margaret, is put your elbow by your side, and I want you, let's actually do the left one, and we're going to rotate out this way. And what I'm going to do, Margaret, is push onto your arm.
And I'm pushing back against you?
Yep, you're pushing back against me, and I'm seeing if you can resist against me. And you've got pretty good strength there.
Okay.
Then I would do the other side.
Same thing.
Yep, same thing. I would push.
And I'm pulling back.
And you're pulling back against me, and we'll see if you have strength there.
Okay.
Now, oftentimes when people have shoulder and neck trouble, their arm goes straight to their stomach.
Okay.
And they're unable to control against that, and it gives us some insight if they've got some weakness in through the rotator cuff area.
And the next test?
The next test is a lat strength test. So I want you to lay flat on your stomach, Margaret. And I want you to put your left hand by your side. And I want you to pick the left arm up in the air. And I'm going to push down on that arm, Margaret.
Okay.
So I want you to hold it there and resist against me. Push, 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 push. And I shouldn't be able to get that hand to the table. So you've got some good strength there. You can go ahead and sit on up. So you've got good strength at the rotator cuff area and through the lats. Oftentimes when we see folks who are dealing with some sort of pain or injury at the neck and at the shoulder area, they're missing strength in those two key areas. And from a clinical standpoint, it helps us plan their program so we can get their strength back.
And you talk about the importance of maintaining strength. I assume that over the years, if there's an area that you haven't worked, you haven't repaired, you're just losing more and more mobility.
You're losing mobility, you're losing strength. If you're not addressing these things in a targeted fashion, they're not going to get better on their own.
All right. Well, you offer phone consultations for people who are interested in working with you when they have questions before booking an appointment. So what takes place during that consultation?
Yeah, so we have a free phone consultation. That's for someone who's interested in working with us, but they want to have a conversation before booking any sort of appointment. So it's an opportunity for us to hear them out, listen to what's going on, and that way they can have 100% certainty that we can help them before they decide to move forward with us.
All right, perfect. You can request a phone consultation to be sure that Movement Solutions can help you by visiting the website on your screen, movementsolutionsSC.com/phone consult. Anything else about Movement Solutions or what makes you special?
If you're suffering with any sort of pain or injury and you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, or really just want a lot out of your body, and you want some guidance and help to be able to get there, Movement Solutions can help you.
All right, wonderful. Dr. Tim, thank you so much. We'll look forward to having you back.
Thanks for having me.
Send it back to you in the studio.